Alright, welcome back to the channel and the Bora Bora series. In this video, we're going to swim with sharks, stingrays, and explore some of the best water found in the world. Now, if you're new to the channel, definitely go below, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications for future videos. Now come join us as we hang out with the locals, enjoy some of the amazing food only found here, and we explore everything this dream destination has to offer.
All right, we just had breakfast. It was amazing as usual. We're getting ready to check out and then we're gonna go on probably Billy's favorite thing that he's been looking forward to, a shark and stingray tour. So, let's go.
Now this day trip starts off hopping on the boat, leaving the amazing Four Seasons Bora Bora. If you want to find out more about the resort, definitely go find our other videos because it's pretty spectacular. Best part about this excursion is not only the sharks, but it's meeting the great locals that are going to guide you along your path. And of course, this 20-minute boat ride also has some of the best views you will ever experience in your life.
Look at how turquoise the water is. So this is the spot we're gonna go with the stingrays. Now we're in Bora Bora and we're swimming with sharks and stingrays.
About 6 hours long, semi-private with like 8 people, and the guy's awesome. I'm doing the tour. Stingrays, we're gonna go to coral reefs, and then we're doing a whole bunch of sharks. So stay tuned because this is gonna be a lot of fun. Now, as you can see in the video, some of the stingrays do have barbs and some do not. They are very friendly and used to humans. Now, what you might be shocked by is there are actually some medium-sized sharks at this first location. They are probably more scared of you than you are of them, to be pretty honest with you. More importantly, probably watch where you're stepping. These stingrays will show up out of nowhere because they probably think that you're giving them food. But interacting with them was probably one of the best parts about our entire trip. Extremely friendly, great photo ops, and generally it was just a really fun experience. So if you're in Bora Bora, this is probably a must-do in both Brittany and I's opinion. This is probably the highlight of our trip and we both really enjoyed it. Now, as you can see, tons of sharks. Everywhere you look, it was just a great time. And even Brittany wasn't scared of them. But she was scared of some of the stingrays, as you're about to see. So after enjoying an amazing swim with those stingrays, we head off to some of the most beautiful coral reef in the area. Now, one of the best parts about the coral reef, it's all relatively shallow, but it's all these beautiful yellow fish that immediately swarm the boat. Now, as you get off, you get to swim with them, and they're going to just surround you for a long time. Now, as soon as you leave the boat, you get surrounded by all the beautiful coral. The coral is in immaculate condition, and you get to explore and see some just natural, beautiful fish that you usually wouldn't get to see. We really enjoyed this part just because it was me and Brittany getting away from the boat. And if you go, highly suggest, if you don't want to swim with the stingrays or sharks, at very least doing this. This was a really special moment. We both really enjoyed it, and it really just added to the trip. Now, as you can see, as you're exploring the coral reef, all these beautiful fish will come out and they'll greet you. You never know what you're going to find. I personally was looking out for eels. Sadly, I didn't see any, but we did spot some later on in the trip. Continue just to take the time. You usually have about 20 minutes at each spot. So really take your time exploring the coral reef and just seeing what fish pop out and greet you. Alright, after a beautiful swim with the coral reef and those amazing fish, we head off to the sharks. Now you get to pass some really nice resorts along the way, so take in the views. But as you see, the sharks are immediately drawn to the boat. Now at this location, we actually noticed there's a good mix of medium size, so about 6-foot sharks. And then the big boys start to come over, and you'll run into maybe 11 or even a 12-foot shark, as you can see in some of the video here. They're noticeably larger, but they're just as docile as the other ones. Some of the cool parts of when you're with the locals is they will dive really deep in order to get the best shots and get all the fish near the location. This was our guide, and he was fantastic, funny, personable, and he just made the trip so much better. As you can see, some of the sharks are really large, especially this one. I tried my hardest to get close and get the best shot, but sometimes they do get a little intimidating. But if you're doing it, this is a must. Enjoy it. Now you can see I was extremely excited during this trip. Brittany not so much, especially this part with the larger sharks, but this was a bucket list item I've always wanted to do in my entire life, and I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that want to. So after leaving the sharks, we have a very special surprise, and that was going to a very small island, and you get to enjoy a great lunch made by some of the locals and your guide. The best part about this little island is you are surrounded by very small baby sharks and also stingrays. Look at this view and look at some of the great food.
Alright, so we just finished with our shark and ray swim. It was awesome. And then after you're done, they take you to this private little island. You have bathrooms, you have everything you're gonna need, plus this great layout. Full buffet, it's all included, and you just really get to chow down, sit down, and just get an awesome view.
Now, as you can see, the food was fantastic and the views were even better. But one of the best parts are, you get a class on how to crack open a coconut from a local. He also drags me up there and gets me to do it. It was actually really fun.
Okay. You remember that's my first time? Here we go. Coconut. Oh, Harry. Okay. Here we go. Kill it.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Okay. Push down. Hey, nice. Got it. On the water. That's the water.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Magic.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Look at that. Oh my god.
When you mix with
Oh, wow, that's
fruit,
good.
some
Try it.
fruit like bananas, mango, cake also.
So we are in a tiny little motu. This is not even an island. The island is way over there. It's the big Bora Bora. This is a little tiny sliver of sand. So we're gonna go and find some baby sharks right now.
All right, so after a quick little hike, we found the baby sharks, and we also found some stingrays along with a lot of other fish. Now, some of the locals advised that we should bring something with us to feed them so that they'll surround us. And well, we did. We brought some chicken, and they just loved it. They ate it up. As you can see, we just toss it out. The birds will join in. It really adds to the entire experience. This was probably Brittany's favorite part of the entire trip because we didn't really expect the baby sharks to be so approachable. But here, check it out and tell us what you think. So now this entire section is only about ankle deep, maybe a little bit more. You can explore it and you can go out there and swim if you like, but we thought the best part was hanging out with the baby sharks. Who doesn't want to hang out with baby sharks after all? Now the fish go crazy. We loved it. We can't think of something better to do if you're in Bora Bora besides doing this. This is a must-do item. We cannot say that enough. Now for both of us to go, it was approximately $250 per person, and it was well worth it. Highly suggest it. As you can see, we have plenty of little sharks, even the stingray down here. Look at that, that's insane. So this is a really, really fun time. Best like 400 bucks I think we spent while we were here. Definitely do this. We have a lot more planned. We're getting ready to go back to the Conrad, change hotels. So stay tuned. We'll do a room tour when we get there. We appreciate you guys staying this long. And thanks again, guys. Let's go.